me a god. You call me a god. You call me a god.
Hello and welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world. We are back. We're back with actually a full review of the week of wrestling.
Yeah, last week was a little different. But...
Yeah, last week is a little bit different. I was on a cruise enjoying a little vacation that I very much so needed.
And I was here in the cold, just waiting.
In the cold New England weather where it was just nonstop raining.
Yep.
Luckily I was still able to watch wrestling while on the cruise, so that was actually pretty cool. But yeah, super excited. It was I enjoyed this week of wrestling. What did you think of this week of wrestling?
It was decent. It wasn't like, I don't know, because they're just building up for all the pay-per-views, whatever's going on lately. So it's not too much big things happen, but yeah, we'll get into the top.
I thought there was some pretty decent matches that happened.
Oh yeah,
there was pretty
decent,
good matches actually.
We get right into the top storylines of the week.
Yeah. So there wasn't really much top stories that I saw when we were looking at WWE and AEW. However, Impact Wrestling.
We got one out of Impact.
Yeah, we got one out of Impact. Actually, 2 or 3 out of Impact.
They all connect.
They all kind of connect, so it's pretty cool. But Impact Wrestling. We did say that every once in a while we'll cover stuff that's outside of WWE and AEW if it actually is really that important.
Well, I mean,
as some people know, I'm a huge Japan fan.
Yeah,
and I want to get into Impact now because you can go into what the heck the top story was there.
Well, so they announced they had a video package. It was 4.5 minutes. It was a pretty cool little video vignette about they're going back to TNA wrestling. So I read the article on it where it's gonna be new logo, new production team, new arena setups because they want to build TNA again as a top brand. I remember back then. Remember they had AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
That whole run.
That was and Kurt Angle. That TNA was gold.
Yeah, TNA was great back then. I remember.
They had Sting and they had Jeff Hardy and they had Bobby. They had it was stacked.
Yeah, I remember in elementary school, I used to play wrestlers. It was a friend. Yeah. One of my friends back in elementary school, his name was Angel. We used to always have all the wrestlers. I think you probably remember. He had the AJ Styles TNA thing. And
I remember the ring. It was the
octagon. Yeah,
octagon ring. So they're not bringing that, but they announced they're not bringing that back, which would have been cool. But it's whatever.
Yeah, but I think what I read was a lot of the actual talent said the 4-sided ring is better.
It's easier to work with. How you gonna? It's hard to bounce off the rope when they're small.
Well, not only that, when the ropes are that, they're there seems to be a lot tighter. Which
they did look tight.
Those ropes actually hurt.
But yeah, it's TNA. Going back to TNA, that's how I'm starting. Apparently January when they have a new pay-per-view. They just had their pay-per-view Saturday.
Yeah, Bound for Glory, which was actually
fire. It was Impact Bound for Glory. Yeah, you had Will Ospreay, your boy. He picked up a victory.
My number one wrestler.
And he already hinted, he basically said that could be his next destination. His contract expires in February. That Impact or TNA now.
Well, yeah, that's another top story because his contract is running up, of course, prior to him stating that he might go to Impact, aka now TNA.
Yeah.
He was saying he was on AEW saying that his contract is running up and Tony Khan can definitely sign him. So
yeah, he's putting
his name out there.
He's putting his name out there, trying to get the most money.
The thing
is, the way they switched to TNA, you never know. They can pick him up. They had Trinity Fatu now.
Well, yeah, he had a fire match on there. Who did he beat again?
Mike Bailey.
Yeah. So it was a really good match. I saw some highlights of it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it fully. But yeah, it was a pretty good match from what I saw. And yeah, what I think is what he's doing is probably just building up his hype so that he can get
yesterday night, right? Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I was watching UFC. Yesterday. I couldn't watch it.
But yeah, basically, it seems like he's gonna choose where he wants to go. Obviously, he's gonna get a huge contract wherever he goes. And
I mean, I'm pretty sure the two are AEW and TNA. I don't know. I don't think WWE has even mentioned his name.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna go back to New Japan.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's done with it. He's already done everything over there. So.
Exactly.
He's already considered top wrestler in the world, one of the top. But to actually get his name out there with AEW and everything.
Well, all I know is that if he does end up going to Impact, I'm watching Impact every week because I need to see more Will Ospreay. I just love watching his matches.
When they turn to TNA now. I'll see how it is. I want a new brand, new logo, new production team.
They said it starts in January.
January, so and then his contract expires in February.
So yeah, hopefully if they do, obviously they're going to go through with it. But
so I think this was their last pay-per-view until that time.
You think so?
Bound for Glory. I think that's what I heard.
Possibly. I know they run smaller venues and stuff.
They're gonna come out in January with TNA, but it's gonna be a pay-per-view at first. I forgot the name of the pay-per-view.
It's gonna be cool though.
Yeah.
Very excited. Another news coming out of Impact is seems like there's a lot of reports stating that they sent out a contract offer to CM Punk.
Yeah.
I know we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, like, that Impact, which is now going to be TNA
They were
again.
considering making them an offer, and now they did.
Now they do.
We don't know the numbers, and I'm pretty sure it's a big offer.
Do you think he's actually going to go there, though?
I mean, I don't know. It's just let's see what happens. So I saw conflicted reports about WWE, how like they offered him a contract, and then I seen other reports saying that they actually turned him down.
Yeah, I have all the reports.
So I don't even know what to believe. Some of them look fake. I don't know.
So a lot of the reports that I seen state that they have no interest in him because of all the baggage he brings.
Yeah.
Which honestly, he's an amazing wrestler and he's going to bring in numbers.
Yeah.
So I would sign him regardless.
I say screw the baggage. Bring him in.
That's just me though. And like we said, we're just Backseat wrestlers. We don't really know anything about the inside business. But I think the possibility of him going to Impact, as of right now, I think it's probably a little bit higher than what I thought it was going to be because
especially now they turned it to TNA, they're trying to do this big rebrand.
Like if they rebrand, I feel like you probably go there.
That's what it is. It's not just the name. Cool. They're going to be like new logo, production team. They want arena setups because they want to build that as a top wrestling promotion.
Well, not only that, but
the early 2000s.
Exactly, and they also work with like New Japan and stuff. So
yeah, they still. That's why Will Ospreay just fought.
Exactly. So like I definitely see like like him possibly going there and then like having dream matches.
They have a lot of good young talent too that they just got in. Like they got a lot of veterans that've been there before. They have like remember Eric Young, he's still there and all that. But now they also got a lot of young talent.
No, they have a stacked roster there. They just don't get a lot of a lot of people viewing them because of like
you got Jimmy Uso's wife there. She's probably gonna run the women's division.
Yeah, but she's been there for a while. I think she beat Mickie James at Bound for Glory.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Really good match as well. I saw the highlights for that. But yeah,
so they have a decent roster.
Roster. I think CM Punk could do a lot there.
That with the rebrand, and especially if they hit CM Punk, that rebrand's gonna be sick.
If they get CM Punk,
and then Will Ospreay, imagine they get both.
Yeah, I feel like because their numbers aren't that high, but I feel like if they do get CM Punk
and
it's
Will
gonna
Ospreay,
double.
Imagine that.
Oh, exactly. Their ratings are gonna double.
They're gonna take New Japan's fans. They're gonna have AEW fans watching. CM Punk fans.
They're gonna have a lot of fans watching. I would for sure,
especially with the new rebrand. People who used to watch TNA growing up, like that was sick.
Yeah, that was really good with Samoa Joe on there being the head lead.
Yo, they had those crazy matches. Joe,
Sting was there. Sting was really good.
It was sick.
Yeah, I remember watching. It was great. Bully Ray.
They even had Jeff Jarrett. Remember winning titles over there? Now he's in AEW.
Yeah, and we'll talk about what he did on Collision. But yeah, that was basically it for like top stories and like in general.
Yeah, see him.
I guess we can say like.
Hopefully, he gets. I don't know about CM Punk.
I
would want him in WWE back, but if he does go to TNA, I'll be watching.
I'll definitely.
He's still sticking around Chicago. I saw him last. He was at the Chicago Blackhawks. He announced the players. The Blackhawks.
Well, there was some like
He did another MMA commentary thing where he again mentioned November. Like he said, I still have like, and that's Survivor Series in November in Chicago. So it's like all these rumors are going crazy.
I think I don't know. I do feel like he is going to go back to WWE.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more likely than Impact.
Yeah.
But like I said, it seems like it's up to WWE, not really up to him, because it seems like he actually wants to go there. It's just more so what they want to do with him.
And then you never know on the offer. What if Impact just offered him a boatload of money? Then like they just went bankrupt and give him all that money. You never know.
The money. But yeah, that basically covers it for top stories. We can go ahead and get into our WWE reviews right about now. All right, let's go ahead and get into the WWE Raw review. It was a pretty good week of Raw, I think.
Season premiere is always going to be good. They have top, just like the season premiere of SmackDown the other week.
Yeah,
they're pushing all the storylines and everything, so it's gonna be good.
No, it was I liked it. It was fun. I enjoyed every single second of it. But well, not every single second. There was some stuff on the show where I was like, oh, come on.
There were a couple matches that stole the show too,
for sure. But yeah, I guess we'll start off with what started off in the beginning, which was the whole Sami Zayn opening up the show. Of course, now he's a singles competitor because KO got drafted to SmackDown.
Traded. It was the trade.
Traded, whatever.
The Jey Uso trade, which is why. He was like frustrated with that. Remember, he was kind of like blaming Jey Uso about it.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like saying like he knows it wasn't like really his fault.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But of course, Sammy was talking about how he's going to be a singles competitor. He's a little upset about Jey. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then Judgment Day came out as they always do every freaking Raw, and they try to attack the babyface at the beginning of the show. But then Jey came out for the save. That led to Sammy just leaving the ring because he was still upset about Jey. But then again, 5 minutes freaking later,
Yeah, they're hugging.
they're hugging it out in the backstage.
Yeah.
But it literally made no sense. They could have just hugged it out on the stage, but in the middle of the ring, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
So they're cool again.
Yeah, they're cool. It seems like now Sammy's going to go into being a singles competitor, which I'm really excited for. Kevin Steen, aka Kevin Owens, they're going to be their own singles competitor, and we already know what the heck he can do.
Yeah, and then maybe Sammy can get a big push again now
Because
he had the push with the bloodline, but like so we're like maybe at least a title or something.
Yeah, I don't know what title he'll win though, because it seems like the title picture is pretty stacked right now, and I'm enjoying,
they got Lemmer
I'm enjoying every single title run at the moment. So we'll definitely see, but yeah, after that, of course, Judgment Day. The whole thing with like Judgment Day. Let's talk about that. Judgment Day, of course, they had a title match.
They had their rematch.
Yeah, they had a rematch against Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso for the main event.
Undisputed titles,
for the titles, and they won it back, which was freaking insane.
It was a shocker. I didn't expect that to happen. I was like, wait, are they actually gonna get the titles back? Once I saw, because Jimmy came out. Remember, Cody Rhodes was laid down outside on the announce table. Jimmy came out and super kicked Jey, which led to Finn Balor picking up the win.
Yeah, he hit the coup de grace and pinned him. That was a shocker. I mean, because I didn't think they were actually going to win the titles back.
And I didn't think they were going to lose it that fast. But at the same time, I'm like, I think the Judgment Day are better with the tag team titles, and then Jey Uso and Cody are better like singles competitors.
Yeah, no, I definitely prefer them as singles competitors.
Still going to be part of that storyline.
I didn't really want them to win the titles in the first place, but then again, it gave us like that really funny press conference.
It was still a cool moment.
It was worth it. But
they had one title defense and then they lost this one.
It's fine. I mean, it's not going to hurt them at all. I think they're better as singles competitors. I mean, that's the freaking reason why you put Jey Uso on Raw, right?
Yeah, you don't just
make
put
him
a singles competitor with Cody. Yeah,
exactly. So I think this is good because it makes Judgment Day look strong again. And
which
of course,
they are. They're like the best faction in WWE right now. So
and then Cody and it's Bloodline. Come on now, but.
They're having breaks and stuff. They're like always fighting.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Honestly, actually,
you got Rhea the champion. You got this dude on Money in the Bank, and then you got undisputed tag team titles and all in one group.
And I enjoy Judgment.
Bloodline is just Roman, and then Solo and Thing are just there to do enforcement shit.
Yeah, but Jimmy's funny. Jimmy's funny.
I love watching Jimmy's funny. Yeah, he's like trying to take control and shit.
Yeah, but so basically they ended up winning with the help of Jimmy. And of course,
so obviously that's going to lead to something there.
That's going to lead to something.
Jay versus Jimmy.
Yeah,
but that could get into it, or it's just going to, like we were talking about like the other week with Survivor Series.
Yeah,
those teams are going to be going at it and stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll see because like there's a lot going on with Survivor Series at the moment, especially with the whole new general managers that happened on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So is it? It's
Nick Aldis is a SmackDown. And Adam Pearce apparently it was an upgrade. Apparently it was like he said. Your boys told him it was like a promotion, but it's general manager of Raw.
Yeah, he's general manager of Raw.
So he was basically temporary manager of both.
I guess I don't really.
I didn't even know it was like that.
Because sometimes he would say he has like no position, like in terms of like being in charge.
But he was on both shows making all the decisions.
Exactly, it made no sense. He was kind of like.
But I'm glad they got these two general managers now. They go at it, especially during Survivor Series coming. The manager's always going at it, trying to meet what shows better.
I'm really hoping this thing leads to SmackDown versus Raw again. Maybe not a Survivor Series because like it's whatever when it happens at Survivor Series, but SmackDown versus Raw in terms of the video game because those games are legendary.
In the video game, but like even just the rivalry of the shows, SmackDown's always going to try to top Raw. Raw's always going to try to top SmackDown. The manager's going to try to put on the best matches and stuff.
Yeah, the competitiveness always brings out the best,
which is good. Hopefully, we get some shows. I hate some shows that are boring.
Yeah, that's true. But so. Yeah, they ended up winning. They won the titles back, which is always, of course, it's more of the Judgment Day and Bloodline together.
Yeah,
teaming up and helping each other. How do you think that's going to end? Do you think like Judgment Day is just going to try to like take over everything, or do you think?
I mean, Judgment Day seem like a shady ass faction. Like they just want everything.
They are.
Yeah, they are. So.
No,
I'm pretty sure they're not gonna stay together too long. Maybe they team up for Survivor Series.
Yeah,
but after that, I'm pretty sure.
I feel like they're gonna.
Maybe he tries to cash in on Roman. Remember, right? Like they jump him or something.
Yeah, and then that starts bringing starts breaking them apart.
Well, obviously, it's kind of breaking them apart.
I think that I think the Bloodline is not the Bloodline. Sorry, Judgment Day is going to get tired of the Bloodline eventually.
Yeah. But at the same time, the Bloodline they don't really want to work. They don't really like working with anybody else either. So, but they're just like running everything.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that like in the long run, what's going to happen is. This is going to be like a really long storyline where eventually it's going to be Bloodline versus Judgment Day. That would be a freaking cool match. and then you'll see who comes out on top. Most likely, probably.
And
they'll
they're
put
both
over
heels, so it's
Bloodline.
like it's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah, because they don't really do heel versus heel. They
And I hate
never
they
really
do
do.
that. I would like to see like two bad guys going at it. Who
Yeah,
the crowd wants
I
to
would
lose
like
the
it.
more. Because
Yeah.
at the end, crowd's always gonna go for somebody and turn
That's
on
true.
somebody.
No, but I would like that. I would love that a lot, actually. A heel versus heel. That would be a great rivalry right there if they were to do that eventually. Probably not right now. Let that thing like bleed out
Yeah.
and keep going for a while, and then eventually lead up to that.
What is a good? Now that you said, what's a good like heel versus heel? You think singles match they can do like in WWE?
In WWE,
Like right now, I was thinking about Gunther, but I don't know who he would face.
well, Gunther versus Roman would be fire. But
yeah. Oh, that's there. It is right there. I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about that.
that'd be fire. But
In the future, when he's already not IC champion,
Exactly.
that would be fire.
Maybe WrestleMania. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, after the whole, obviously that was the main event, but that was like one of the major stories that happened.
I guess we can go
on Raw.
right into the Gunther thing. I guess right after that.
Yeah, we can. Might as well. We can just switch over to Gunther. Gunther ended up defeating Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed. Sorry, Bronson. What the heck? Bronson Reed.
Another challenge that destroyed.
Yeah, that was a good match.
No, it was a hell of a match.
And the fact that he picked him up for the powerbomb, that was crazy. Because he was like struggling throughout the whole match until he actually hit it.
Just like I had Gunther number 1 on my wrestlers list of 2023, and he's freaking proving it every week. No, another challenger, another smashing,
and another great match. It was a great match. I love
that. Could have been the main event too.
That should have been the main event.
Yeah,
I feel like, but then again, no, because I know it was a title change. So never mind. But yeah, Gunther is always putting on banger matches. I love watching him wrestle. So that's why he was in my top 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gunther ended up defeating Bronson Reed. Of course,
who they were building up to. So it's like it shows how powerful Gunther is. Like,
so I guess he's gonna hold on to that title for a while. Because who's the next person lined up?
I was trying to. Yeah, I don't know who's next.
I don't know.
I don't even remember if they announced somebody or if he had another interaction with somebody.
They're probably gonna do like.
I remember. No, he defended it, and then he was backstage with Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were clapping for him. Because actually, we can talk about it too right here. Remember, Ludwig Kaiser defeated Johnny Gargano. And Johnny Gargano's return, but it was obviously a distraction. He had
it was
Giovanni Vinci helped him, so they were clapping for him, and then they were actually like celebrating their win. But even Gunther was like,
yeah, but it was good though because like it seems like they're starting to like get back together because they
well actually Gunther kind of teased that even in the end. He was like they were clapping, and then he was like, it was a good move. He was saying thank you and shit, and then and then he was like, but and then he pointed to Giovanni Vinci like he hasn't done nothing still. And then he walked away. And then he was like, "That's your problem. Remember, it's your responsibility to Ludwig Kaiser." He walked away. Ludwig Kaiser looked pissed at Giovanni Vinci.
It seems like
I think he's gonna have a match next week. Giovanni Vinci has a match. He better
win.
I think. Well, yeah, on Raw.
I wonder who he's gonna face.
I forgot. I don't know if they announced who he's gonna face, but I think that's what they're gonna make him try to prove himself. I guess.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that guy goes into that.
But yeah, dang, Johnny Gargano lost.
Yeah, but that was even though. I don't know if he should have lost his first match back, but it was a distraction. Ciampa's out.
Yeah.
So it's going to lead to
storyline injury.
Ciampa, Gargano, maybe versus Imperium.
Well, yeah, because we still haven't gotten DIY fully back as a tag team, and I can't wait for that because eventually they're going to turn on each other, and I can't wait for that because that storyline in NXT was possibly my favorite.
Yeah, so that also leads to we have no idea who Gunther's next challenger is. They never said anything yet.
Yeah, they never.
So we'll see maybe on Raw. We'll see on Raw what happens.
Of course, we had the Shinsuke versus Ricochet, which is basically like their grudge match to finally finish it.
Yeah, that was probably the best match of the night, even though, because it was so hard. The Gunther match was really good too.
Yeah.
But that was crazy. Ricochet always doing these crazy moves. He did a shooting star press. Like, it was like off a balcony in the crowd.
It was fire.
I was like, this dude is crazy.
Yeah, no, but it was good. And then, it ended like what? I think it was Ricochet tried to do
He was on the rope.
He was on a move. He tried to jump on Shinsuke. Shinsuke moved. He went through the table.
Shinsuke pushed him off the rope.
Oh yeah.
And that to a table that was set up outside.
And then he hit the Kinshasa and pinned him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good. I like that match a lot. It was really fun to watch, and I think
the right person
won.
Yeah. Shinsuke won.
Yeah, Nakamura needs to be a top star
but this does none at Ricochet too. That was a hell of a match.
It was a really good match.
I don't know if that ends the rivalry. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
I would hope so. I mean, there's nothing else to come out of that.
Because it was one match.
Yeah, but there's nothing else to come out of that.
They'd be always doing 2 to 3 matches all the time with these people.
Well, it's not really one match. They fought each other a couple weeks ago, and that's how. Remember?
Oh yeah. What am I talking about? That's how he hurt his leg.
Exactly. So this was like their grudge match to finish.
But that was yeah.
I hope so.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So what's next for Shinsuke? You think?
Shinsuke, no idea, because they made him lose that title shot. Maybe just
he's still doing those cool little video promos and
I don't know. Maybe he'll get a
we'll
title
just
shot
attack
eventually.
somebody else. Now he's gonna attack somebody else next week.
We'll see. Another big thing that happened on Raw was the whole Rhea versus Shayna Baszler match. That was for the title. It was a pretty decent match until it was interrupted by Nia Jax, which basically ruined the match, and Raquel Gonzalez and Zoe Stark.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Sorry, I keep saying that was her name in
yeah,
NXT.
I know. Yeah,
keep mixing it up, but yeah,
that's
basically
WWE's fault for always changing somebody's name.
Exactly, they were all fighting each other.
Yeah,
they were all fighting each other.
Remember they did that weeks ago? They were jumping each other.
So the match ended in a no DQ. Later on in the night, Rhea Ripley was told that she's gonna.
Adam Pearce told her
the
fatal 5-way.
Fatal 5-way at Crown Jewel. That's gonna be fire. I like it though.
And maybe Rhea wins. It shows her strength. If she wins again, she's dominant.
She better.
She even said, like, you know what? You want me to defend my title against Fire? Then fine.
I hope she wins.
They're basically making. She's the Roman of the women's division, and it's like.
I don't want anybody in that thing. I don't want Nia Jax to win it. I don't want.
I mean, the only one other than that is maybe Shayna Baszler. Because remember how she beat Ronda, she should have had another push.
Well, yeah, Shayna Baszler.
Right after that, they made her do like a tag team match.
But I'm saying at the moment, I don't think.
At the moment, Rhea.
Yeah, keep Rhea.
I know what you mean.
Keep Rhea with that title. She can lose.
But if it had to be anybody else, I guess Shayna. She had that. You beat Ronda, you got to be up there in the title picture.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. But yeah, that fatal 5-way match at Crown Jewel is going to be good.
Yeah.
Crown Jewel card is starting to look a little bit stacked. I'm actually excited for once for a Crown Jewel, which I haven't been in forever.
I'll check out I don't even know the actual full card. I'll check it out after too.
Yeah. Of course, another big thing that occurred was the not really huge, but the Seth and Drew promo hyping up the match.
Because they're facing each other at Crown Jewel. That's one of them.
That match is going to be good too. I think Seth is going to retain, but I think that's going to fully turn Drew heel.
That's why I wanted to get your thoughts on the actual like new feud. Like, Drew. Yeah, like I was literally going to say the same thing about him turning full heel.
This is what I think. And remember, I said this the other week, like 2 weeks ago. I said that CM Punk is going to come back as Survivor Series and knock out Seth Rollins after his match. I think that match is going to be against Drew when Drew is actually fully healed. Like he's going to get a rematch in Survivor Series, lose it. CM Punk comes. Well, yeah, he's going to lose that match. CM Punk comes out, hits the GTS on Seth, and then obviously Damian Priest comes out and cashes in and wins the title.
It's going to be that, or CM Punk comes out and after the Bloodline fight and goes after Roman. I don't think they'll do that too soon.
That's too soon. I feel like he'll go after Seth first, especially after the comments that Seth made before. That's
well,
that's why it's such a
actual
cool
backstage here a little bit.
Exactly.
But it also could just be Rollins playing like his part.
Well, yeah, it could be. It's probably more than likely that, but we'll see. But yeah, I think Drew's gonna lose, and that's gonna make him go.
You said this a few weeks ago. Priest comes out and cashes in. That's like a really good
but
perfect opportunity
to Survivor Series when CM Punk comes back. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, that was
basically Raw.
Basically all like the main top things.
Yeah, we're not gonna be doing all these little matches all the time, wasting time.
No, I'd rather just go into the top things and give our
storylines as well. Yeah,
because it's better that way. We have more time to give our opinions on stuff instead of just monotone going through everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the WWE SmackDown review. All right, let's get into WWE SmackDown now. And we were just laughing right before we hit record because we were looking at our notes because we're basically
I didn't even realize. Yeah.
We only have 2 matches on our thing.
I got 1.
I got 2. And
I didn't.
The rest are just promos.
Promos, man.
Yeah, it was just straight up.
This is the one thing about. It's like this is like the difference between AEW and WWE. WWE does a lot of promos, and AEW does a lot of matches.
Yeah,
but sometimes too much matches is not good, or too much promos is not good.
Yeah,
they gotta find a way. They gotta balance it out. They gotta balance it out.
I think that's why I enjoy both of them so much, though, because AEW is just straight up wrestling, and then WWE not all the time.
Like you need the promos to build a match. So that's the one thing about AEW. Sometimes they rush matches and stuff, but at the same time, WWE does way too much promos. Sometimes it's like, can we see some freaking wrestling? Like, isn't that what it is?
SmackDown that we just freaking realized. I actually like SmackDown this week. I just didn't realize.
No, it was good because every storyline was covered. It was
but yeah, let's get into this. I'm sorry, that's just funny.
Basically, this is the first SmackDown with Nick Aldis as GM.
Yeah. So one of the top things that of course occurred. Let's start off with that actually. Actually, no, we can't. We have to go before prior. Let's talk about the Roman and LA Knight thing. So.
Heyman. It was Heyman.
It was Heyman. Out. Yeah. So Heyman came out
talking mad crap about LA
Knight, but he also said he was a fan of LA Knight.
Yeah, but he was just talking shit.
Yeah, it was
LA Knight came out.
LA Knight came out. He was basically holding Heyman hostage. Was
He
really
he made
funny.
Heyman say, "Yeah."
Yeah,
That was hilarious. You text me that.
He was like, yeah, and he was like, you're pathetic.
Yeah,
I was
but he was
dying.
basically saying like he's not gonna stop. He was basically just talking about Roman, how he's not gonna stop
Yeah.
until he defeats him.
Yeah, he's saying that he's not going to stop till he's champ. He made Heyman say "yeah," which was really funny.
Yeah, it was
and every
hilarious.
single time Heyman kept trying to leave a ring, he was like,
No, come
here."
back here, Austin. He was like, it reminded me of Stone Cold when he used to do interviews with like,
No, when he used to make fun of Vince.
he was like, come back in here, get back right here, I'll smack the hell out of you. He was saying that.
He said something like, I'll smack you so hard that I'll make your
Your
hair
hair
go,
turn-
yeah,
go-
your hair go back gray or something like that, which is really funny.
That's just Stone Cold right there. But yeah, he was basically, because that's basically hyping up the match he faced Roman.
No, it was a great promo.
At Crown Jewel, and it was that November 4th.
Yeah, November 4th, so not this Saturday.
They have a contract signing next week, SmackDown, but it's on Fox Sports 1.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody misses it, because I guess World Series.
Yeah, and LA Knight was saying that Roman better show up because he barely shows up.
Yeah, well, it's a contract signing. They're going to have to show up.
Yeah, obviously.
So that's going to be interesting. That's another probably half-hour promo right there.
It definitely is. That's going to be like the main event.
That's going to be the last thing is the contract signing. They've been doing that a lot.
Another thing that, of course, occurred on the show was Montez Ford beat Santos. It would basically be a roll up, but it was like a heel roll up. So I guess they're turning more heel with Bobby Lashley. Further in that storyline,
they are. Yeah, they definitely already are.
Yeah, well now it seems like they're going to be full blown. Further in that storyline where Bobby Lashley is now mentoring them. Hopefully, they get a title shot eventually.
They're gonna keep doing what Street Process LWO. That's why I didn't even watch the match, to be honest. Because I'm like, I've seen this every week now. It's like,
yeah, they always,
what are they gonna do with it though?
They always fight each other. But yeah, it was. I don't know. It was a pretty decent match. I like Montez Ford. I think he's a great wrestler.
Oh yeah,
I think that he should go solo eventually.
I didn't like
become a champion, but we'll see. Of course, after that, we had like a major thing that happened, which was Cena.
Yeah, it was like an emotional promo he cut out.
Yeah, he was like teasing retirement, and I was like, "Oh God, no, please."
He was saying like, "Oh, it's been 2002 days since the last time he won a singles match."
Yeah, 2018, which is crazy.
That's freaking 5 years ago.
Well,
I was in senior in high school in 2018. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it was good though because like. I understand why he didn't win. He was like putting people over, and he wasn't really here.
He mentioned retirement too and everything, but then he did a like complete 180 out of nowhere, saying that he still hasn't. He called out anyone to a singles match and saying they're gonna get smoked and all that.
Yeah, but then Solo
came out. They started fighting. Jimmy came out to help, but then Jay came out to help Cena. They were all celebrated by security. Watch next week is gonna be Cena and Jay versus Solo and Jimmy.
Probably
tag team match.
No, they haven't done that yet. Sorry, but they are going to do that eventually. But yeah, basically Solo came out and then Jimmy came out and they were about to jump John Cena, but then like Jay came out and started beating the crap out of
Cena hit
Jimmy. But I was dying though because when he threw Jimmy over the barricade and like they zoomed in on Jimmy was like time out.
Yeah. But Cena hit the attitude adjustment on Solo and then they retreated.
Yeah, and that was basically it. Of course, backstage after that, we had Nick Aldis kicking out Adam Pearce and Jay. Tensions
are running high between the two GMs. This is what I like about having two separate GMs.
Yeah, I was about to say I like that. It's freaking cool.
Well, at first, it's because Jay's obviously not supposed to be on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. So at first, he was gonna fine Jay 10,000, and Adam Pearce wasn't happy about it. So he was like, you know what? Why don't both of you get out of my building? And then he told the security to escort them out the building, kick them. And then Adam Pearce basically looked at him and said,
he said, let the games begin.
Let the games begin. So this is what it means. We got Survivor Series coming up, SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah, and honestly, if they book it right, I think it'd be really freaking cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, sometimes Survivor Series is like trash.
Especially when they do SmackDown versus Raw. Sometimes it's just garbage. It's just throwaway matches.
Bloodline, like when you do, you're going to have Bloodline and Judgment Day versus like this team of like Cena and all these other guys is going to make it more interesting.
That'd be really cool.
Because it still runs into the storylines.
Exactly.
SmackDown versus they just put random people, the best people on SmackDown versus the best people on Raw.
Yeah, and it's usually Raw just smashing SmackDown. That's usually what it always is.
Except 1 year, they didn't. It was like Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Roman. And
that was a stack.
I remember. That was a good remember that was when they had when James Ellsworth was there. Yeah, and Chris Jericho roasted him. Remember that?
He's like, "What the hell is even that?"
that was like the last time it was pretty good.
Yeah, that was the last time I actually enjoyed Survivor Series. But yeah, that was a pretty good like promo thing. Of course, setting up Jay still being mad at Jimmy because he cost him the titles. Mm-hmm. Jimmy being hilarious again, just saying timeout and stuff. It was really funny.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna lead. You're gonna have maybe WrestleMania, a big match between Jay and Jimmy.
Yeah.
The brothers going at it.
Well, I think. What do you think? I think that's gonna be a WrestleMania match.
That's why I said WrestleMania.
You think
Because
WrestleMania?
you got you got Crown Jewel coming up, then Survivor Series, and then Royal Rumble. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna wait all the way
Well, not only that, they said in an interview together that they said their dream opponent for WrestleMania is each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they're gonna drag that out until WrestleMania.
That's easy.
There's no way.
And you could with these next pay-per-views because they're all like, Royal Rumble and stuff. You don't really do.
Who do you think should win that though?
I don't know.
Because like it's hard.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna have Jimmy with help.
Because this is what I think personally. I think that Jimmy is the funnier one that's really good at. Is like I think he's good at promos, like better at promos than Jay. But I think Jay is the way better like wrestler.
Yeah.
So like they complement each other like perfectly.
That's why they were a tag team.
They're so great for each other.
And now
I'm not saying
I like
Jay's
Jimmy as a heel. He's
Exactly.
funny as a heel.
And I'm not saying Jay's a bad promo because he's not. He's a good promo. I'm just saying.
And you're also not saying
better.
Jimmy's a bad wrestler.
No, he's a great wrestler.
Because they actually almost have the same style.
Exactly.
It's just I don't know.
No. I think they're
Main
both
event
great.
Jey Uso.
I'm just saying like one of them
put
is
up
better
some better
than the other
matches.
at certain things. It's just like every other wrestler. But
Mhm.
I'm a fan of both of them. They're both hilarious and they're both great. And I'm not sure who the heck I would want to win out of that.
Yeah,
it's
hard. I don't know.
It's hard, but hopefully, like when that match happens, they
I feel like
it out at the end.
let's say this: if Jay wins, it's probably gonna be clean. If Jimmy wins, it's gonna be with health.
No, I think
They always do that with the heels, though. It's like,
Yeah, but-
and then you don't got the bloodline gonna help them.
I feel like it's gonna be. Remember, like in the like that first in that pay per view with Cody versus Dustin Rhodes when they had their match.
Yeah.
In AEW, and it was like one of the best matches of the night.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
hugged it out
They hugged it out
afterwards,
there,
saying,
yeah.
let's be a tag
It's,
team.
you know what's kind of You know what? I was gonna say that too. Like I say, Jimmy loses the bloodline. Roman, and they're gonna like maybe jump him and kick him out the bloodline. It's
No.
gonna lead to Jay accepting him back.
I think
That's what I think too.
I'm really hoping that at WrestleMania, like they have their match. It's gonna be just like the Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes thing, where it's gonna be like match of the night.
Yeah.
It was very much of an emotional match.
Yeah.
And at the end, they hug it out.
But at the end, I'm saying like the rest of the bloodline come out, they start jumping him, like kick him out, like for losing.
We'll
then
see.
Jay comes and helps him. Then they hug it out.
Yeah. Oh, like
It's
Jay's
kinda
like
makes-
walking away, seeing it, then comes
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
He doesn't pull a Drew McIntyre. He doesn't walk away. He's
Or he does pull it through. He's just like,
Can you imagine?
screw
That'd
you,
be
bro.
crazy. That's just a heel Jay now. What the, it just turns Jimmy. They just turn switch.
Yeah, they just switch like.
Oh, he's a
face.
heel,
That'd
yeah.
be funny. But yeah, but we'll definitely see what comes out of
Yeah.
that. Of course, another big thing that happened on that night on SmackDown was Logan Paul coming
Logan
back.
Paul.
Logan Paul was funny though. He
Yeah.
was actually pretty funny in this.
And I
promo.
like him as a wrestler. He's a really good wrestler. He's a
Yeah,
crazy.
a lot of
moves.
people don't like him as a person. I mean,
Well,
like,
obviously, a lot of people don't like him as a person. They're gonna hate, but
I don't have a problem. With
can't
him. I think
judge
he's
his.
pretty funny.
Can't judge his. Well, he had because he did a lot of stuff. Obviously, as a young teenager and all that in his YouTube videos.
young adult too.
And young adult, but that was years ago.
I don't know. People make mistakes.
He's
whatever.
been doing. I don't know.
As a wrestler, you cannot deny that he's actually a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
And he's a great promo. And he's a good
Yeah.
heel. Like, there's no way you're gonna.
He's coming off that boxing win against Dylan Danis where he smashed him. Dylan Danis didn't come to
That
fight.
was funny though because
Dylan Danis didn't even throw a punch.
yeah,
This dude tweeted yesterday he'll submit Islam. He wants to go in the UFC. Dylan Danis.
he's just gonna say anything to get
Yeah.
the big match.
I mean,
big money matches.
That's his thing though, jiu-jitsu. So he probably. I'm not saying he's gonna submit, but he can still fight MMA.
the size is the freaking point. Who the hell cares? He got his ass kicked by
Yeah,
freaking
but yeah,
Paul.
Logan has that big win, so he was actually boasting about it. He was talking about that first. He was like, "I beat a scumbag,
He called him a deadbeat dad, just
deadbeat
like Rey
dad, and
Mysterio.
everything."
He said.
Yeah, that's what brought Rey Mysterio. It's kind of shown like Logan Paul called him out face to face. Like,
Yeah, no, it was good. I think so. Logan Paul called out Ray, said he wants the U.S. title, and he's going to get that title match
yeah.
at Crown Jewel because Ray accepted it. Did you see Ray's mask? It kind of looked like a Dark Knight, like Batman.
I didn't
mask.
see it. Remember,
I love that match.
remember
That
he
match
had the
was cool.
Joker mask back at WrestleMania where he beat JBL like in 30-something seconds.
That was a good match.
for the title. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember
That's
that.
when JBL retired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when he retired. That was funny. I remember. I remember
I
watching
didn't.
it live.
That was
We
the
were
Joker.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
WrestleMania 25.
But yeah, that was a good match. Well, not a good match. It was 30 seconds, but it was a funny thing that happened.
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, so I didn't notice he had a mask like that.
No, it was a cool mask. I was like, damn, I hope he
Rey
wrestles.
but Rey Mysterio accepted. He said he needs Logan Paul needs to be humbled.
Yeah.
So
I think Logan Paul's gonna win.
it's
Though.
gonna be. I think Logan's gonna. He already beat. Well, he beat him in the tag team. But I remember he mentioned that I already beat you
Yeah. No. Yeah.
with the
Logan Paul
Miz.
beat him with
Remember?
the Miz. But I think Logan wins. I feel like it's smart for him to win. Like if he wins that title, all the publicity and stuff he's gonna bring to WWE.
Yeah.
with
But
that
even if he
title.
loses, like, and his losses, you seen his losses. Remember who he faced? He faced Seth.
He fought Seth.
He fought.
No, he did face Seth.
Yeah,
sorry.
he fought
He fought Roman.
Roman. He fought Miz.
Yeah,
he
fought
beat
some
the Miz,
big
but
guys.
he's lost to Roman and all these other
like
guys.
when you look back, he's fought only top
Yeah.
guys,
Oh,
and then he beat Ricochet,
Yeah.
which was a good match. That was a
Yeah.
really good match.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Ricochet one.
Yeah,
Remember, Samantha Irvin was like pissed off and
yeah, like having to announce that he won.
yeah.
But yeah, Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. I think Logan wins it. I think Roman.
Yeah, I'll take Logan in that one.
I don't know what he's gonna do afterwards.
Just because Rey Mysterio doesn't need the win, that's why he's already a legend.
No, this guy's.
That's why I'm saying
yeah.
it.
One of my favorites ever. But yeah, Logan Paul. I think he's gonna take that title.
Logan,
I don't know what he's gonna do afterwards.
And Logan Paul's taking WWE seriously. Like at the end of his boxing match, he started talking about WWE, saying that's his real passion. He's gonna. And then that's how he called out Rey Mysterio. Yeah. So he's showing that he's like interested. He's already into it. And he's good at it.
What do you think Logan's gonna have? Like if
he wins,
I'm pretty sure he's gonna win.
It's obviously gonna be a baby face.
I wonder who though. I don't think it'll be Ricochet again. Maybe Shinsuke? No, Shinsuke's a heel.
Shinsuke's a heel unless they turn him.
Unless they turn, but I don't think
so. Crown Jewel's around the corner.
Doesn't make any sense.
I have no idea.
I hope Shinsuke gets a match.
Sheamus. I have no idea. I'm trying to think who's on. What is this? SmackDown? Who's on SmackDown? This like Kevin Owens.
Whoa, that would actually be good. Kevin Owens would be really cool.
Because he's a baby face, but he's also one of those baby faces where he doesn't care about anything.
Well, that would actually be really funny.
Kevin Owens, Logan Paul.
No, Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. That's smart. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, please book that.
Yeah. See, we're script writers too.
Yeah, let's move on from there. We also had the Io Sky.
I think that was the main event.
It was the main event versus Ric Flair. Charlotte Flair.
Shout out Ric Flair, but yeah, Charlotte.
She defeated Charlotte with the help of course, Damage Control.
Yeah.
The
ref was distracted.
She had the title. Charlotte went to spear her and hit.
The ref was distracted. I hate to say it. Yeah, she went head first into the title.
Yeah, and then just got pinned. But that wasn't even the main thing that happened. First of all, that was a great match.
That was a good match.
I liked it, and I'm happy.
Well, Charlotte's always putting great matches now with Io too. Also,
yeah, so. I know that obviously a couple of weeks ago we were saying oh god, I don't want Charlotte to win. Why is she always involved? It's because she's always held the title, but she's still a great
14-time champion. She's probably the best actual natural female wrestler there. In terms of talent.
No, by far. I'm a big fan of Charlotte Flair. It's just stay away from the title for a while.
Yeah, please. We don't need another title on Charlotte. She's already 14-time champion.
Or 15. I think it's 14. 15.
I think it's 14.
I think it's 14.
It could be 15.
14 or 15.
And it's only been since what? When did she get to WWE? That main 20 15 or 16. I think. I don't know. So that's 2 titles every year. That's 2 titles every year.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah. After the match was a big thing. Damage Control tried to beat up Charlotte. But then Bianca Belair came back.
She returned.
Yeah, she returned. She came back as a face. She's still the same face as she was twirling her hair.
Yeah, she had a KOD on Bayley.
Yeah, because Bayley always gets the
and that's Bayley's she's so good, but she's playing this role funny now. She's supporting Io on them, but also getting beat up at the same time.
She's always getting beat up for Io too. It's so funny. Yeah, and we all know.
I'm pretty sure sooner or later they're gonna have Bayley do something big.
I think Bayley's gonna be the one that takes the title off of Io.
Eventually. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
because Bayley's just that good.
She is taking a lot of bullets for her. So
yeah, no.
Remember she also put her. Remember when she put her in the Oscar match? She didn't even know what Japanese is.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
that was really funny. But I think Bayley's eventually gonna take that title off her.
I guess that's gonna maybe Bayley, Bianca Belair and Bayley in a little rivalry probably.
Eventually, maybe that's the Mania match. That'd be
unless they have Bianca with Charlotte doing a Damage Control. I don't know how they're gonna do with this. We'll see. That was basically all there was on SmackDown.
That was basically it for SmackDown in terms of the top stories and stuff. Pretty good week for WWE, I think.
Yeah,
but like you said, there was just a long promo.
So many promos.
Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and
move
on
decent,
to WWE. Sorry, I keep messing up.
AEW.
I'm back from a freaking cruise, whatever.
Yeah, this dude was in Bermuda.
Anyways, let's move on to AEW. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the AEW review. What do you think of AEW this week?
It was good. A lot of stuff happened on Dynamite. But it's always it was confusing. A lot of stuff that happened. We'll talk about it, but I got confused. I feel like they were mixing storylines.
I enjoyed this.
No, it was good.
Of AEW. AEW was pretty good. Even Collision was good. Sometimes it's trash.
I'll say this: MJF has freaking 18 different rivalries. I think. I swear to God.
I like that though. That's cool because if you think about it, it's not gonna be one person going after the freaking title. It's gonna be multiple people. So like it's nice that they're
but
actually
at the same
that
exact, even on one show, he was
fine.
getting into it with everybody.
I like it because and that's also a good storyline too. Because if you think about it, everybody's after MJF, but he doesn't have his friend. He doesn't have Adam Cole.
Yeah,
which is obviously
they had another video thing too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that video package. It was funny, but yeah. Let's start off with the beginning of the show. Of course, one of the main things that did occur was the whole Jay White versus Penta match. Great match. I loved every single second of it. Of course, Jay White ended up winning.
Well, you got Bullet Club Gold on the side
with the help of literally everybody from Bullet Club Gold.
He hit the Blade Runner on Penta for distraction, but
yeah. So of course, the main thing that happened after that was of course Jay White still asking MJF for his answer on whether or not he wants to fight for his title.
Said
back.
He was going to be in the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal in the main event.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So there was that. Of course, that match was basically we already knew the heck was going to win from the start.
Promo backstage saying he'll be on commentary for the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal.
Yeah, but
because the winner is going to face him.
Right, but the Dynamite
Doesn't ring battle. I don't even know how to call it. They call it like 4 different things.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, the Diamond Battle Royal, let's just call it that.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious from the freaking start that Juice Robinson was going to win.
But during MJF's promo, it was funny. The Acclaim interrupted and Max Caster offering to be his partner for the 8-man tag. But like, of course, he was being like sus as hell and crazy.
Yeah,
it was funny. And they were telling him like, "Yo, you have to like."
He's like, why'd you say that afterwards? But he's like, yeah, we can like scissor with like all our titles afterwards, and like MJF just laughed like, what the heck? I always find it so funny though because the person that calls him like sus and stuff is Anthony Bowens,
and he's the one that's actually.
Well, he's gay.
Yeah,
but it's so funny. I love Anthony Bowens. He's freaking amazing. He's funny.
But he's funny
in and out of the ring. I love watching him. But I thought it was funny. Like it's just funny. It's funny as hell just hearing that from him.
And he's the one. Yeah, he's calling him sus, but he's the one that's actually gay. It's funny.
It's really funny. I like it. Well, it's not sus because he's gay. He's open about it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, he's the one that's actually
like
the way he's telling him is ridiculous.
The fact that it's him saying it to him
that's
is just like, you're definitely acting sus, my dudes. Oh God. Yeah. Again, love Anthony Bowens. If you ever seen him like on YouTube and stuff, he's really funny. He's really funny. But anyways, moving on from that. Again, the Battle Royal was the main event, and obviously
Juice Robinson won. So he's fighting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I guess he was the only one that was good enough to win, I guess, because
they didn't really put a bunch of anybody else
randoms in the thing.
Well, Jeff Hardy was in it, but
still random. He's random in AEW. He's obviously a legend, but
But
yeah, so he's fighting. Juice Robinson's fighting MJF for the Dynamite Diamond Ring next week.
Yeah, and a promo prior to this thing happened was
MJF was 5 straight wins. 5 straight wins on that. So
but like MJF was like talking about like Juice even before the thing, saying like, if you win, I'm gonna I'm gonna destroy you.
Yeah, because they already had that rivalry going on with
Who do you think wins that match?
MJF.
You think MJF is gonna win
again? The 6th straight Dynamite ring since 2019, since it came out.
I feel like as much as I don't want to see him get pinned, I feel like he loses.
I mean, yeah. You know what? Yeah, that makes more sense though. He doesn't even need the ring.
He
has the title. And he has still has the ROH tag.
Well, not only that, I feel like that diamond ring is more so for heels. And like, yes, MJF is a quote unquote heel. Like he still is a heel, but he's also a face at the same time.
That's why he's a scumbag. He even calls himself.
I love like the middle gray area that he's in. But I think it probably fits Juice better, especially because Juice is like he's basically like a freaking psychopath.
We also saw during so Juice Robinson wins the Battle Royal. MJF was on commentary. Jay White came on next. They started fighting MJF during the match.
Yeah.
But then they still were brawling on the ramp, and then Jay White hit MJF with a low blow.
Yeah.
Like MJF took the title back during the fight, and MJF took the title back, and then he got hit with a low blow, and Jay White took the title right back from him.
I mean, it's obviously going to lead to the Acclaimed with MJF versus Bullet Club Gold and
going into Full Gear in November.
Yeah, probably the week before Full Gear or something like that.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely see.
I guess connected to this was Wardlow. He had another quick little smash match where he slammed somebody, Ryan Nemeth. He beat Knight.
Yeah,
he whooped him real quick. Tony Schiavone went to ask him a question about what he was doing back in AEW. He didn't say a word, but he showed his wrist tape, which is what I said here, MJF. So he's going after MJF. Like I said, all these, you got Jay White, then you got
Samoa Joe.
Well, actually, I'm saying again, another thing.
You had so many people going after him.
This is kind of connected, I guess, but
What?
Well, Kenny Omega he defeated Kyle Fletcher.
Oh yeah, that was a good match.
Yeah,
too.
that was a great match.
Really
Kyle
good
Fletcher
match.
is going. Don Callis was pissed off on commentary, basically saying that Fletcher is like, I don't know, he was just
I
pissed.
think this was literally,
But
this was my notes for this. This was really funny. It was Don Callis addressed his stuff, and Kyle Fletcher came out to say Don begged him to fill in for that match. He was talking about the match where he was fighting Bryan Danielson because Sammy wasn't there. And he said he's going to prove to everyone that he's the beast and he's going to beat Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Don said if he wins, he'll work with him.
Yeah.
Kenny won the match.
and he was pissed off.
Yeah,
this guy cheated. Going crazy. I like Don Callis. He's funny. Match. I like him as a heel. He's hilarious.
Yeah, but Kyle Fletcher's good.
Kyle Fletcher doesn't need Aussie Open. He's
a future champion.
Yeah, he's
that
young
guy's
still.
Really good. I like watching him wrestle.
But the only reason I said it's connected is because Omega had a promo backstage where MJF went up to him, like just shook his hand, and he whispered in his ear. He said, 13 days, bitch. And I was like, what was that about? So I'm like, everybody's going after. Well, MJF went after him, but it's like, MJF is involved in everything.
It's so funny because the 13 days he's saying, I have 13 days left to beat your record for the longest reigning AEW title.
I didn't know.
No, so that's why.
So that
it was really funny. He was like,
but this is hilarious. He just comes out of nowhere, comes into the shot that has nothing to do with him. It's Omega talking about promo about the match. He's shaking 13 days, bitch, right in his ear. I'm like, what the fuck is that about?
But this is the cool thing. Kenny Omega said, we'll see about that. So maybe they'll have a title match prior.
I don't know what the hell.
That's a dream match I want to see. I feel like that match would be fire as well because, like I said, they're both like two of the greatest wrestlers in the world right now. But yeah, so many stuff connected to MJF this week.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying every single second of it. Everybody
it was
wants
literally like 5 different segments. It was all about him.
Yeah, it was cool though. Of course, so another thing that of course occurred during the day was I guess sort of related to MJF. We could talk about the the Adam Cole and the Project Strong video package
at his house.
Yeah, it was really funny again. Of course, Adam was angry, saying that he's done with Project Strong. He made him like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, they were making peanut butter because apparently Adam he said he made the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches back in the day.
Yeah.
But then he got pissed off. He just flipped off on them.
He got mad. He was like, I don't like crust.
Yeah. But then Adam Cole went off on him saying like he's not putting off the surgery no more. He's done with this.
And he left.
And he stormed off. And then you see Roger Strong with his damn robe and neck brace. He's saying like he told the Kingdom, you know what, guys, we're gonna have to be nice to that scumbag, and they were pissed off.
Yeah.
So obviously, maybe those three go and help MJF. Remember, he needs teammates.
Well, like that. Remember
just to get Adam Cole back. He said just to get my best friend back, I have to be nice to him.
Oh yeah, that can actually be
That's
true.
What I mean.
Yeah,
and it's connected.
Them three plus MJF versus Bullet Club Gold.
Because they said that we have to be nice to that scumbag to get my best friend back. That's what he said.
Yeah, no.
So that's what I'm saying. They don't need them to claim. The Acclaim already have their own thing going on.
Well, like also like remember the whole thing where like all the masked men, we were saying like the possible chance that it's like it's Roddy and Adam Cole and maybe the Kingdom or
Well, we'll talk about that next because
Kyle O'Reilly, but they're both still injured.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm still not like totally sold on like Adam Cole's injury. I feel like it's not that bad, but I guess we'll see. Like it is possible that like these video packages were recorded the same day and he already had a surgery, or it's possible they're just recording these every once in a while. But I don't know. Well, I guess we'll freaking see.
Well, he showed up again. The mask, the devil.
Yeah, that was on Collision.
That was on. Was that on Collision?
That was on Collision. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that was real quick. Yeah, it was real quick though. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
So yeah, Adam Cole's going to get his surgery now, and it looks like Roddy's gonna have to start being nice to MJF,
which is I think pretty cool. It's gonna be cool. Yeah,
I can't wait for that.
Because remember he called him generic white guy. He kept calling.
Yeah. Another big thing that happened was Adam Copeland, corner Edge, was stating that he's unsure why Christian hates him.
Yeah, the sit down interview.
Yeah, he thinks that he's like
and he's
jealous
saying
after all these years.
He doesn't know why Christian's mad at him, but he doesn't want to fight him. He's saying he already insisted a couple times, I do not want to fight Christian.
Yeah, he said that Christian, he believes Christian's just jealous and he's mad and he thinks that he's trying to take a spotlight, but he's not here to do that.
He said he doesn't even want the title. He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fight him. It's going to lead to a match against them, against each other, which is going to be a fight.
And I guess connected to that, I mean, we had Nick Wayne. He had to sit down with JR and his mom.
Oh my God, yeah.
And he was saying like Christian is
his stepdad.
His new father figure and shit.
Yeah, that was funny.
Christian came in and then his mom was pissed. She was looking at him and Nick left with him. She went to follow him. once the door opened, you saw Darby Allin started. He was attacking both Christian and Nick Wayne.
Did you see Nick Wayne's tooth? He chipped his
Yeah.
tooth. He was like bleeding.
He was
and everything.
bleeding like crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Luchasaurus. Well, the fight continued all the way to they got to like the ring almost.
Yeah, Darby Allin was beating the shit out of him.
came out to try to get involved, but Sting also came out for the help.
Yeah. Like I said, Darby Allin was beating the shit out of both Christian Cage and Nick Wayne. It looks like that's going to lead to a grudge match between them eventually, maybe at the next pay-per-view of Full Gear.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that as well. Nick Wayne is still young, but he's still a pretty good wrestler. And obviously Darby's a great wrestler. We all know that.
They got this new little feud. Yeah. I guess connected to that Sting, I guess after he had a promo too. He was talking about how grateful he was for his long career. He was talking about all the previous opponents he had and stuff. And he basically announced that AEW Revolution 2024 will be the last match of his career.
Yeah, I was pretty upset.
So that's
going
to be like,
it's
going to be a big retirement match, hopefully.
Who do you think his last match is going to be against? I think it's going to be against Darby.
Sting and Darby.
Last match.
That'd be
think
cool.
So. Like, who do you think? Do you think Darby or do you think somebody else?
I can't really think of nobody. That sounds
that's like poetic. I think it's
just
Darby.
like that's like his partner right now and stuff.
Yeah.
So you face your partner for the last.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm really hoping he wins, but no. I'm obviously Sting's going to lose.
And that's his Christian.
Every wrestler goes out on their back in their retirement match, but we'll see.
Oh, my fault.
Of course, we also had. I mean, this isn't really big news, but Lance Archer came back and he had a squash match. He beat up a jobber. Good to see Lance Archer back, I guess.
Yeah. The what is that? Murder Hawk.
Yeah.
Murder Hawk Monster is his name.
Swerve had a little backstage promo, like a little video package promo.
I only saw him real quick. I was pissed about that. I'm like, where the hell is Swerve Strickland?
He threatened Adam Page though, so they're gonna have they're gonna have another match. It's gonna be fire. Can't wait for that. Of course, Toni Storm short film. I love those short films. She's great.
Timeless Toni Storm.
I think Hikaru Shida had a match. She ended up retaining her title. And let's see.
Well, that was that there or was that Battle of the Belts? Remember?
I don't think it was Battle of the Belts.
She had a match on. Oh no, wait, yeah.
It wasn't Battle of the Belts.
It was there.
It was.
She's gonna fight Ruby
Soho.
She's fighting Ruby Soho next week.
Yeah, she's fighting Ruby Soho next week for the title. Really excited for that as well. They keep giving Soho title shots, but I like Soho, so it's fine.
Maybe she wins. She had a promo on Collision, basically talking about.
Yeah, but I don't think she's gonna
basically
win.
saying like she's done with all this. She's ready to win the title and stuff.
After that, actually, that's basically everything that happened on.
Yeah, not much. Yeah, we went through all the big
Dynamite.
storylines that happened with Dynamite.
However, on Rampage, and I'm really not.
I didn't watch it. I'll be honest though.
I mean, like, I'm just upset because they're hiding this like great storyline on Rampage. But I mean, I understand they want people to watch Rampage.
Yeah.
But it was Santana and Ortiz fire promo.
They're continuing that.
Yeah. Where like Ortiz was saying that Santana was an asshole and basically like he's like doing his own thing.
It's the same old story. Like the teammates turn to like they hate each other.
But
now.
It's so good because it's like it's real heat mixed with like
because they have real life actually.
So they're finally gonna fight next week,
and it's next week on Rampage. So I'm gonna have to watch Rampage next week.
You're definitely gonna have to
at least
Rampage.
That match. I watched that match.
This was definitely probably one of the best storylines in AEW going on so far. But they're keeping it hidden on Rampage,
and not a lot of people watch Rampage, so it's like it's not getting as much attention as it should.
Yeah, I think Santana wins because it seems like they're pushing him more than Ortiz.
Probably, maybe it can turn to a couple matches.
I hope it turns into a couple matches. And hopefully ends up on a
like one win from him, one win from Ortiz, and then whoever closes it on the end.
I don't think it's gonna end at the one match. After one match, there's no way. I'm really hoping it.
The way they're building it, all these promos have been weeks now. So
that was basically everything that did happen on AEW Dynamite. And of course, the one little thing that happened on Rampage because nothing really happens on Rampage.
Nothing.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the AEW Collision. All right, let's get into this AEW Collision review.
Collision / Battle of the Belts 8.
Yeah, because that kind of happened afterwards.
It was literally connected. It was the same.
Yeah, but it kind of made no sense because I didn't even know there was going to be a Battle of the Belts until I started watching Collision yesterday. Sorry.
The Collision ended. They're like, all right, Battle of the Belts coming up right now. And it was the same arena and everything.
Yeah.
It was live, so.
It was cool though. I mean,
I thought it was tape, but it was live.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a fun little Battle of the Belts thing. Even though Battle of the Belts doesn't really mean much because not really anything gets transferred over.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's start off with AEW Collision. Starting off with the match of the night, I believe. Bryan Danielson versus Andrade. What do you think of that match?
I mean, well, you already said it. Match of the night.
That match was good.
We got the number one wrestler in the world, probably Bryan Danielson, and then you got Andrade, who's underrated as hell.
He's a great wrestler. He just needs a manager. I think.
Well, CJ Perry's thinking about managing. They had a promo.
Oh yeah.
And she walked in saying like I don't know, she would like to manage him.
Yeah, so after
she didn't say exactly.
It was like later on because that was the match opener.
Yeah, that was actually during Battle of the Belts.
Yeah.
It was like a promo, but the same thing.
Bryan Danielson ended up winning against Andrade. And then later on in the show, I guess again on Battle of the Belts, there was like a little thing backstage, a little promo.
He was like bloodied, and he had
like bruises all over him.
And CJ Perry just walks in and basically like acknowledge him, like, and then the comment I forgot who was interviewing him because she didn't exactly say I want to manage him, but the lady who was interviewing Andrade, she was like, I think she wants to manage you and stuff.
Yeah, and Andrade was just like, cool, and just walked away. But I think that's cool because it's definitely going to lead to Andrade versus Miro, which is going to be a really good match. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Miro also squashed somebody.
I think Andrade should win. Because...
Well, he squashed. I forgot what was his name. It was CJ. The guy who wanted to be it was CJ Perry. I forgot his freaking name.
Oh, Action. I have it right here. Action Andrade.
Yeah.
Andrade. Whatever.
Action Andrade.
Andrade. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Go back to
hopefully, Andrade ends up, being, getting managed by CJ Perry because he definitely needs it.
Yeah. But to go back to that, after the Bryan Danielson won, obviously, the lights went out and then it came up and Malachi Black was in the ring. He did that spinning freaking heel kick.
Black Mass.
I
don't think they call it Black Mass anymore. But.
Spinning heel kick knocked out Danielson before the lights turned off again, and he disappeared like the Undertaker.
Yeah, that was freaking cool though. I'm so excited to.
When we talked about him like last or the week before, like where is he?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I was saying like, oh, he needs to come back and he needs to go after a title.
Yeah,
this is probably even better because if he ends up beating Bryan Danielson, he's one of the top stars in the company.
But he's not the only one they freaking attacked.
Yeah,
because I guess it's.
Before we talk about that, let's talk about Malachi Black real quick because Malachi Black knocking out Bryan Danielson was freaking great. Hopefully they're gonna have a match, not just no title on the line, obviously, but a match at probably Full Gear.
Yeah,
Bryan Danielson versus Malachi Black, and Malachi Black wins. Hopefully,
that'll be good.
I want Malachi Black.
Put him in the title contention right there.
Yeah, if he wins that, he's definitely gonna go after the title eventually. I don't know what title, but any title, give him a title, please.
So yeah. Well, I don't know if you want to continue with the. What is it? The House of Black, because they got involved a few times.
Oh well, yeah. The House of Black made their presence known on this collision. They're all back from injury.
I'll say like FTR had a match, and then
No, it wasn't really a match. They really just came out and just got beat up by House of Black.
Well, because the match started and the lights turned off again, and then the entire House of Black with Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King.
Yeah, and they beat the crap out of
FTR.
FTR.
They beat the hell out of FTR, yeah, exactly.
I love it because I'm a huge fan of House of Black, and I'm really hoping that they continue to go off. And I'm really hoping that, like I said, Malachi gets a singles title run, and maybe the other members of House of Black get a title run with the tag team titles.
Speaking of the tag team titles, you had Big Bill and Ricky Starks versus Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, that was the main event, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. The
main event. That was a hell of a match. I know that.
It was a really good match.
But again, like House of Black, they got involved and distracted these guys. They distracted Claudio Castagnoli and Big Bill, which obviously
and then Ricky Starks ended up picking up the win with Big Bill.
Yep. So they retained the title.
Right decision. Come on now. Ricky Starks.
I like Ricky Starks is obviously he's running.
I love Ricky Starks. He needs to keep that title for a long time.
And Big Bill, they're a pretty good tag team.
But yeah, that was the main event for that. There was obviously a couple of other things that did occur during the day.
Well, during the match.
Episode.
What is it? Obviously, after the House of Black, they started jumping the Blackpool Combat Club. Then FTR came out to help, and then you had the return of John Moxley.
Yeah,
he's been out with the concussion.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad concussion.
Yeah, the crowd went crazy, and he came out, and they just started beating up whoever was in there.
Yeah, and that leads to something that happens on the next show, but we'll talk about that right after we get everything else that happened on Collision. But again, Malachi Black singles title run, please.
Yeah,
and
the return of House of Black with Malachi
House of Black. Let them run Collision, please. Oh my God, I want to see them.
Yeah, they can be the Judgment Day. They can be like because Julia Hart is a part. They can literally be like
they could be like Judgment Day if they really want to book them like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, let's talk about some other stuff that happened on during this show. This isn't really something big, but Sky Blue faced Hollywood Haley J, which was really cool because Hollywood Haley J is from the show Wrestlers on Netflix. So she's
Yeah,
from
I heard about. I didn't see
Ohio
the
Valley
wrestling.
Wrestling. Yeah, you have to watch it. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then they have
Everybody comes from OVW.
Yeah, they have Al Snow because obviously Al
Yeah.
Snow is a legend. He's a really good wrestler,
Yep.
and obviously one of the
ECW.
great. He was great.
Yep.
But yeah, Hollywood Halo J lost via squash, but I think it was pretty cool to see her on TV. Hopefully, she either gets a contract with AEW or WWE.
You always get these
eventually.
little squash matches with these people from like the little indie wrestling get their chance to be on TV.
Yeah, but
it's always good, even if they get squashed. They're on.
This is like a little bit of a bigger name though, because Hollywood Halo J was on the show Wrestler. And like I said, that's a good show. You should watch it. It's on Netflix, and it covers like all the wrestlers that are on there and like their stories and obviously like what stuff that happens outside the ring as well. But yeah, Sky Blue ended up picking up the win. Probably the right decision there.
Speaking of that, wrestlers, you seen that movie coming out, The Iron Claw?
Yeah,
it's about the Von Erichs, and you got MJF's going to be in it.
Is he in it? I don't know if he's in it.
He's going to be like a. They're going to put him as a brother of the Von Erichs, but it's like he's not. It wasn't actually a brother. It's like a.
Okay.
He's almost like, what is it called?
Like he's just like put in it.
He's put in it, but he's. So in the movie, he's going to be the brother, but they never had another brother that was that name. But he's still going to be in it. It's going to be pretty cool.
Well, we'll see.
That's going to be a cool movie.
I'm excited for that movie. Yeah. Let's see. The Guns beat some jobbers, but that was the main thing. The main thing that happened was Jay White was there as well, and he was like, they were all clapping. Yeah. Lights went out. We were like, oh my God, is House of Black going to come out again and knock
that's
them
what
out?
I was thinking. And on the screen, you see the devil.
Yeah, we see
and their mask, whatever.
Well, it's the MJF mask. We don't know who it is. I still think it's.
But that's how they announced it. They saw the devil.
I still think it's Adam Cole.
That's what I was thinking. That was when I was going to ask though. Like, remember we had this conversation weeks ago. Like, who do we think it is? Even what if it's not Adam Cole? But
what if it is? And like, what if MJF is just playing dumb? But like, he's like, oh, I don't know what the heck. Like, I can't get in touch with him. But it's actually Adam Cole, like helping him.
Because then it'll be like confused because Adam Cole's been at Roddy's house.
Yeah, but that could just all be
pre-recorded. But even Roddy was, I don't know.
And plus, he's not physically there. He's just like, in those video packages, like the one.
Yeah, I know.
He was on screen for like, 2 seconds?
Well, obviously, but.
I think it was Adam
They've been
Cole.
shown to have him been there forever.
Who else would it be? I don't know who else it would be. Unless it's somebody from New Japan just coming after Jay White.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
You never. It could be, and that's the thing. It could be anybody.
Yeah, because Jay White has a lot of heat with a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Exactly,
it's kind of like MJF. Everybody's coming after him.
But I think that we're probably going to get like who it actually is at Full Gear.
Yeah.
They're going to wait to the pay per view. Then they're gonna show.
Well, it's going to be. Hopefully, I know you can tell it's going to be a really cool build up.
Yeah,
but definitely. They're using MJF's freaking mask. They stole his mask. So it's like,
yeah, we'll
he's gonna be pissed off about it. Unless, what if they just do a complete curve on it? It's actually MJF himself. Obviously, I don't think so.
I don't think.
You never know.
Too obvious if it is him. Of course, we also had Jeff Jarrett versus Uncle Eddie, or Eddie Kingston, as called Uncle Eddie, Theo Eddie, in a street fight. Jeff Jarrett won with like the help of literally everybody from
that's the weirdest faction I've ever seen.
It's all just TNA.
You got like Jay Lethal, and who's that freaking huge guy?
Yeah, tall guy, tall.
He's like
guy.
7'4".
Yeah. And
a couple other people.
Yeah, Singh was in there as well. But they ended up beating the crap out of Eddie Kingston.
We need
This is leading to Eddie Kingston versus Jay Lethal.
That's what I was gonna say. We need freaking TNA Jay Lethal.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good match.
We need TNA Jay Lethal. Well, he called out. He was like, "I want the old Jay." He was pissed off in the back in medical, throwing stuff and hyping up. He wants the old Jay Lethal. He said, "I don't want the one that's hanging out with this old dude, listening to whatever he does and everything."
Well, the match was good, first of all, because it made Eddie Kingston look strong as hell.
Yeah,
he was taking on all of them by himself and destroying all of them. Yeah. The entire time I was watching this, I was like, "Damn, Uncle Eddie got no friends in the back. Like nobody came up to help this guy."
Who did he have? He had Moxley.
But that's no longer.
No longer.
He had Santana Ortiz. That's no longer. No. He has no friends in the back, unfortunately. But yeah, he got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And he ended up losing. Again, he's going to face Jay Lethal. Fire promo on the back.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good match.
Well, yeah. Jay Lethal is good. It's just the way that but hopefully we get the TNA Jay Lethal.
We'll see. Or we got the Macho Man Jay Lethal.
Oh, yeah.
That was really funny. Again, you mentioned the Action Andrade versus Miro. Miro won that match pretty good.
He looked at his wife real quick and just walked away.
Yeah. CJ Perry was
I wonder what we're going to do with Miro. Like you said, he could.
I think he's going to end up fighting Andrade with CJ Perry at Andrade.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe CJ Perry helps Andrade win.
And that's going to put,
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's move on from there. I think that's honestly it that happened on Collision. That's all like the main stuff that happened on Collision.
So, the main event, obviously, like we already said, Remember,
Was
Ricky Starks
Ricky
been
Starks
built.
won.
They won their titles, but then everybody else came out. Like John Moxley made his return, and House of Black were involved. They were all fighting each other, and that led to Battle of the Belts, the beginning of Battle of the Belts.
Right after, which they are terrible at promoting. They were
Yeah.
very
It
bad
was-
at promoting.
They didn't promote nothing.
Yeah.
But so Battle of the Belts starts. You see, Orange Cassidy makes his entrance. Oh, sorry, he's gonna defend his title.
Mhm.
He bumps right into Moxley, who was leaving because it was literally right after. They didn't even let them leave the ring.
Yeah, they were leaving.
Bullock, I mean, the Blackpool Combat Club, they were leaving. He bumps into Moxley, shoulder bumps him. Moxley gets pissed. He pushes him. They were about to fight. They had a security come out.
Well, obviously, it's going to lead to the eventual match because John Moxley never really got his rematch.
He never got a rematch, but it's not going to be it's not going to be Rey Fenix. So
yeah, but obviously
John Moxley and Orange Cassidy.
And he already beat Orange. Yeah. So
well, Orange Cassidy, he defended his title. He fought John Silver.
So he retained the international title.
But that's going to lead to Moxley and Orange Cassidy.
Eventually. But that's not the big thing that happened there. Later on in the show, when he was backstage getting interviewed, he called out the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio and Bryan Danielson. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm going to fight you. I want to face you guys. It's going to be you two versus me and Okada next Wednesday.
See, I didn't even see that. I missed that.
Yo. I'm so
that's going to be a hell of a match right there.
Yo, Okada and Orange Cassidy.
And that's on Dynamite, you said?
It's on Dynamite, yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe that leads to Bryan Danielson versus Okada too, because remember the first match was really good. They need a second
Forbidden Door, right?
Yeah. They need a second match there. Maybe I think Okada will probably win the second match and then have an eventual third.
I don't even know if they need a second match because I feel like
they definitely do.
Oh yeah, it could be because it was built way back then. They just stop. I don't know. They just restart the little.
Doesn't matter. It's just such a fire match and two goats of wrestling. They definitely need to run that back. But yeah, it makes sense too because Orange Cassidy is a member of Chaos, which I completely forgot about.
Yeah,
Chaos is this faction in New Japan that Okada is a member of. Well, he's like the leader of. With like there's some other people like Tomohiro Ishii, Yoshihashi, blah blah blah. There's just a bunch of people on there. Yeah. But that fun fact, and for you because I know you don't really watch things, Shinsuke is the one that created the Chaos thing, and he was the leader of that, and so he went to WWE.
When he Shinsuke back over there.
But yeah, let's
see a couple other people from New Japan come to WWE.
That'd be cool.
They can have old battles with Shinsuke like they always have.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. I mean, but then again, like sometimes they can't really translate that well because of like WWE's fighting style, aka the AJ Styles versus Shinsuke.
The fighting
match,
style, then the language barrier too. Is
no, not even that. It's just the AJ Styles versus Shinsuke match that they had at in New Japan was like 6 stars. It was freaking amazing. One of my favorite matches ever.
Yeah, the WWE banned a lot of moves. They don't.
But yeah, the WWE match between
the
them
wrestling style is so different. They're freaking limiting all these other people. Like they're limiting AJ Styles.
Yeah, well, no. We'll see eventually. Maybe if more people from New Japan end up going there. But yeah, it does make perfect sense why Orange Cassidy is getting Okada to join them because obviously they're part of the same faction. I'm really excited for that next week, and I'm really hoping that Okada hits a Rainmaker on Claudio or Bryan Danielson and ends up picking the win. After that, we had Samoa Joe. He was fighting Tony Nese, defending his title.
Smashed him. Defended his ROH TV championship, but
that's not even the big thing that happened though. After it, he called out MJF, saying he's going after MJF.
Like I said, everybody wants MJF. Well, he never got a rematch. That was a close match. That was a hell of a match. So was that all? Was it All Out?
All Out. Yeah. It was All Out, and he cheated to win.
Yeah.
MJF cheated to win, and he got help from Adam Cole.
From Adam Cole also. That's why Adam Cole messed up his freaking ankle.
That match is gonna be fire. I'm looking forward to it.
If it happens, you gotta see what happens with Jay White also and everything.
Well, yeah, I think MJF is gonna end up beating all of them.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna hold the title until like he renews his contract and then ends up losing it. Blah blah blah. We'll see. Of course, on Battle of the Bells, Chris Statlander defeated Willow to retain the TNT title.
TBS championship.
TBS. Sorry, I said TNT. Yeah, TBS title. Pretty good match as well. Very much so enjoyed it. I'm a fan of Willow. I'm a fan of Chris Statlander.
Yeah, TNT Championship Christian.
Yeah, true. And then
that was a good match.
The Acclaimed retained their trios titles against Daddy Magic, Cool Hand Ainge, and Danny Garcia.
Yeah,
that's it.
Which they've been fighting for like the past few weeks already. Tired of that.
I'm tired of that rivalry.
I want Daniel Garcia to be single superstar again. Well, actually, they're not letting him dance. They keep stopping him, so it looks like a breakup is happening there.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, hopefully that rivalry is done with, and they can move on to do other things because I'm tired of it. Battle of the Belts.
That was the
that was
wrestling
that was the
week,
week of
basically.
wrestling. Yeah,
It wasn't too much. It was pretty good though.
yeah, but it set up some like cool matches for next week, which I'm looking forward to.
The
Like
upcoming
I said,
pay-per-views that Crown Jewel and Full Gear,
Yeah.
they're gonna be look stacked.
yeah, those are gonna be good.
Next week we'll have probably our Crown Jewel picks and everything, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, we definitely will. We'll definitely put a whole like quick little video for
It's
the
also got our Halloween special episode next week.
Halloween special episode.
So you'll see us dressed up.
We'll dress up for Halloween. We're not going to tell you what it is now.
Yeah,
It'll be a
obviously.
surprise. It'll be funny.
Yep.
You'll like it. But yeah, they're excited for next week's wrestling. Like I said, some stack matches.
We got 2 episodes. We're gonna do 2 episodes next week, right?
Well, yeah. So we're actually going to start doing this thing where we're going to film. We're going to release 2 episodes every other week. So one of them will be like the actual podcast. Another one will be like a little side thing we're going to release only on YouTube. So please follow us on YouTube at the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Like, subscribe, please.
Or
share
like,
it.
comment, subscribe.
Share it at least, please.
Yeah, or share it. You don't really have to.
Yeah.
It's fine. Of course, you can follow us on Instagram at the Backseat Wrestler Pod and on TikTok as well, Backseat Wrestler Pod.
Yep.
We post videos there as well.
So yeah,
we're gonna start posting a lot more too.
Yeah. So 2 episodes next week.
Yeah, I'm
fun.
not sure. Like I know of course the podcast is out every Monday.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we'll probably start releasing the second episode maybe like Thursday. I'm not really sure.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Thursday.
So it's still gonna be 2 episodes in that 1 week.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Of course, the second episode will probably be like us, like either doing a list or maybe like playing some wrestling.
It's Halloween,
so
maybe a Halloween type special.
Yeah,
episode.
maybe we'll see.
But yeah, doing some live streaming wrestling games
some
and all
jokes. I don't know. So we'll
figure it out. Yep.
Yeah, but
Again,
yeah, really excited for that.
Again,
please, again,
follow us.
like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, and you'll be able to see that.
Check us out on Spotify and Apple Music and all
Apple
that.
Music, Amazon
Music.
Yeah,
everything.
all that stuff.
I mean, Apple Podcasts. Yeah.
Same stuff. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. We really appreciate it. We love you guys, and we'll see you again next week.
Take care.
Peace.